Hey there guys, what's going on? This is Nscos here. Thanks for coming along to my YouTube channel and looking at my video. I'm taking a look today at some Minecraft. I came across this on G2PO. It's a gaming community online. I'm pretty active on it. I like to watch a lot of videos on there. And I saw that they were playing something called Minecraft. So I kind of got I got interested. I wondered what they were doing, and read a bit more about it. Found out that it's this game, so I signed up, got it, purchased it, and installed a server on my server at home to give it a go. I'm actually on about my fourth iteration of the server because I kept changing things and didn't like things. So what I'm going to show you here is day one of my Minecraft server. So let's take a look. So I'm just going to teleport to spawn so you can get an idea, and then I'm also going to set the time to day. Night time. So here is my spawn building. It's basically, what was it? I don't know. It's I got a monster outside. Has he gone? He's gone. What? Actually, don't really know. Anyway, sorry guys. So yeah, this is my spawn building. I switched to creative mode to create this because I really wanted to get something up real quickly without having to mine all the resources myself for it. So it's just a simple shack. It's got a few windows. I've got some stairs here that I'm using as seating, and then I've got my notice board area here, just say a few rules and yeah, contact information for me on Twitter. So I'm actually going to change the game mode here for me to creative again, just so I can actually fly around and get around a bit quicker. So here we go. So this is a nice little spawn area here. Some sheep on there. I put a fence around it just to try and keep any monsters and stuff away from the building. And I put a little chimney on there as decoration. I'm going to point out here as well that I am a Minecraft noob. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So everything I do is based on stuff I've read and stuff I have seen in videos. So, you know, I apologise for anybody watching who's thinking, oh my god, what's he doing? But, you know, I am trying to learn. And I'm sure I'll get there eventually. So when I first started out, I just made a quick shelter, and here it is. I'm not using this anymore, I have moved on, but quite basic. I had a crafting table, some furnaces, and a little box with some bits in there, and a bed so I could sleep at night. And down here I created a mine, which I've blocked off here. So I'll just take you down here quickly. I've got areas to the side which like blocks are empty, which is where I've mined out the resources, but just couldn't be bothered to plug it back in basically. This here is an area I found. I think there's actually some monsters through there. Yeah, there's quite a lot of monsters in here, and I mined it out a little bit, found some resources, then decided I'm not going to bother too much with this because I wanted to move on and find a better place for a home. So after that I just came down here a bit. You can see I actually found lava at the bottom. So I went down here, and here I found bedrock. Now you find bedrock, so I believe, which is like the bed of the level. You can't go any further than bedrock. You can't break bedrock, so you know, once you're there, it's pretty much you go sideways. You can't go down any further. So I'd mined a few resources out there, and you know, gathered enough stuff. So then I decided that I was going to actually go out, explore, and see if I could find somewhere to call home. So that's what I'm going to show you guys next. So I'm just going to block that back up. And we'll go back outside. Oh, wrong one. So, when I was looking for things, also just here as well, I created a little wheat farm because there wasn't a lot of animals around the spawn area other than sheep, and you can see a sheep there. So wheat I grew just so I could get some food, some bread. So I'm just going to leave that there. It may get used, it may not get used. So I then went about exploring. You can probably see that you can't really see a lot and it's taken a while to render, and that's just because my computer's not the greatest of computers. So what I tend to do is when I'm looking for stuff, I will change my render distance to something like normal, and then you can see quite here that you can see a lot more detail once. It just takes a while to render, but you can get a general idea of what is around you and look for areas. And it was after this I actually found this area over here, which became my home. So this basically, it's a bit flatter than I would like to have shown you guys. This is like the third iteration of my video. I've had issues with my frame rates and different bits and pieces, and the video's not coming out great. I'm not only a Minecraft noob, but I'm also a YouTube noob as well, so my recording techniques aren't the best, but basically this was pretty high, and I've flattened all this out as I have up here. And this needs some more work, but you can basically see there's a little opening there, and there are monsters spawning in there. So my plans here is to actually flatten it all out and try and get rid of the monsters. I don't know if there's a spawner in there because it backs onto my house, and when I'll show you, I don't know if you'll be able to hear when I go in, but when I'm in the storage area of my house, you can actually hear a lot of monsters and maybe even a spawn. I'm not being a noob again, I don't really know what the spawners sound like, so I'm sure I'll come across that in due course. So like I said, I basically flattened this area. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I think I may turn it into a farm for animals, because you can probably see down there there's a lot of pigs down there, even some sheep. So it'd be nice to get them up here in a general area to stop me having to go down there all the time. The only problem is getting them up there. I'm not quite sure how. I started making a little staircase there, as you can see, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get up there or not, so again we'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to take a look now inside my house. So this is what I've built so far. It's all made out of stone and cobble. I've been trying to create stone, but you have to smelt the cobble to get the stone, and it's time consuming. I've not got round to it all yet. I have been replacing bits and pieces as I've been going along, but not managed to do it all yet, but I'll get there. So this is a little chest here I just have to store my weapons and tools for when I go outside, just so that they're there and easy pickings for me. And here I have my storage and furnaces. So we go in here, you can see I've got various chests just for separating different bits out. I just like to be organised. I don't know if we can hear actually any monsters. I can't hear any of it. And then I've got a couple of furnaces just to cook food and smelt the raw materials down to something useful. You'll also notice throughout my house I've got these pressure plates behind doors, and this is something I picked up from Bentley on G2PO. Basically, if you say someone was chasing you and you needed to get away from them quickly, you could run into a room and the pressure plate acts as a switch. So after about a second or two, the door automatically closes, which is pretty cool. Also, it means that my doors automatically open as well. So I'm a bit lazy there, just walk straight out. So a crafting bench there, and I've got a little observation deck here. I just like to come out here and have a little look out, see what's going on. I might do something better with this, but I'm only just starting out at the minute. I've got a second level to my house down here, the master bedroom. Funny story about this. I was playing this late last night, getting everything set up, and I was getting the tables ready in here. I come down the stairs, wasn't really paying attention, like here, looked up, and there was actually an Enderman stood in my bedroom, and it scared the crap out of me. You may be laughing, but you know, you're not expecting it. You see it out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, what the fuck? Sorry for language. So yeah, that scared me. But yeah, in my bedroom here, I just got a couple of tables, double bed, table and chair there. I'll probably do more with this again. I'm just trying to get things set up at the minute. And I got a little patio, balcony area here, which I'll do more with as well. I mean, starting off, I'm just trying to get things set out how I want them. You know, details can come after, but details aren't overly important. So here I have a guest room, which I've not done much with. I've just set the area aside really, just so I can do something with it at a later time. Probably put some bed, a chest, maybe a few amenities in there. Sorry if that's not the right word. And then I've got my indoor farm here, which at the minute I'm just growing wheat. But cool feature here, I put an infinite water supply in here, so the water never runs out. And I want to farm underneath as well, rather than going outwards. So I created this cool little waterfall, which also gives me infinite water down here and allows me to grow crops. So all my crops need harvesting by the looks of it, but you know, I don't need to do that just yet. So yeah, that's my farm. And then finally I have my mine shaft. So at the minute I've not really done a lot with it again, but it's pretty much the same principle as the mine shaft in my temporary home, whereby I'm just mining a single strip down at the minute, and I mined all the way to the bottom, as you can see. Saw there was some raw materials there which I took out, so I've still got the blocks, you know, at the sides where I ended up there. So I'm just going to go all the way down to the bottom to show you guys. Here again I hit the bedrock, so that's the bottom layer, and I just cleared out this area here because I did find some gold and some raw material, some iron I think down here, but generally I think I'm not going to do much more with this area, because once you hit bedrock, I don't know if I've said this before, bedrock is indestructible, so you can't mine any further down, and when you hit blocks like these here, you can't get rid of them, so you start creating a bit of a maze, and I just like clear paths. I don't like all this weaving and bobbing. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to go up a couple of layers to where this dirt starts, and then start strip mining down there and down there, just to see what I can find. I got a feeling if I mine too much under the ground, if I mine too much that way, I may come out of land. So I don't know, I'm just going to see what I can do. Spiderbite from NGT on G2POs, he did a starting out tutorial, and he had some guys with them, and he did this similar thing, and he found a nice little cavern. And the guys were saying when you find these caverns, you can find some nice things like abandoned mine shafts and like minecart tracks that are broken, and structures, and just things like they used to be used but they're now abandoned. So you know, we may come across that and some cool stuff. So and I can't hear anything. So yeah, that's basically my house at the minute. I'm going to set the time back to daytime for a minute just to finish this off. So yeah, so like I said before, what I'm planning on doing is, I'm just going to shut these boxes, don't need them. What I'm planning on doing, oh, there's a zombie, the zombies. See, that's what I mean, there are some monsters, something spawning in there, so they're dying basically because when zombies come out in the direct sunlight, they burn. So my intentions are, I'm going to strip all this out here. You can see I've started. The reason this is a bit messy, I was out here mining and creepers came out and blew it up. So trying to, you know, keep the monsters at bay at the minute. But, you know, come day 2, when I get around to day 2, this is probably going to be all gone. And I go down there. Here comes the zombie again. Hey, Mr. Zombie, you're going to burn up. There we go, she's burnt up. So yeah, I'm probably going to mine this out, because what I would like to do is this area here next to my house is where I hear all the monsters I think they're coming from. But I'd like to extend my house over in this general area here. So the next best thing is going to be stripping this back. I'll probably take the roof off to allow direct sunlight in, which will, it'll give me a chance against any monsters that do spawn. So yeah, I'll strip all that out and see what I can find, basically. But that's my initial plans. Now, being a noob, I've watched a lot. I've watched all 63 videos of the G2PO server on the Minecraft stuff, and some of the guys in there have come up with some amazing stuff. I'd advise go and check it out. I'll stick the links in the comments here. Go check it out and see what some of the guys are doing. But I want to create some stuff on here. I'm not saying I want to copy what they've done, but basically, any ideas you guys, I'd be grateful for them. I just want some creative ideas, really, and see what I can come up with. What I haven't talked about as well is it's a private server at the minute, but I am considering making this. I am seriously thinking about getting some people whitelisted on here. The problem with that is, because it's on my home network with my internet connection is not that great, I'm going to have to limit usage times for this. So as and when I whitelist people, I will also send out regular, probably daily emails noting to people when the server is online and can be accessed. I work in an IT company and we have hosting, so I may be able to get some space in our data center somewhere, where we have a data center, maybe rent some space out and get a dedicated machine in there for this. But I need to see how popular it is, what sort of interest there is. I know a lot of people have tried to get on the G2PO server, and they're whitelisted. A lot of people got frustrated because they're not being whitelisted. So, maybe this could be a temporary option for people who want to go on there and want to start playing this. They could maybe come and join me, just do a few things on here. And then if they got whitelisted and they say, I'm not playing your server anymore, I wouldn't be offended in the slightest. I'm just looking for some guys maybe to come on here for a little bit, work with me or work on their own projects and build something up. Anyway, I hope I haven't rabbled on for too long. I'm going to end this video now. Make sure you check my YouTube subscription. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be more videos coming. You'll see how my my little world progresses, and I hope that you will take part in it too. So this is me at the end of day one.